Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Monday, March 27th, 2023, recording live from the Yay studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, I have one, Bob Aldrich.
Reptiles.
As well as one, Justin Moore.
Mammals.
And Trey Dishner. Welcome back.
Amphibians.
Yes! We finally got one. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. We have a good episode in store for you, as normally, but today we do as well. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening. Share with friends and follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Last week was an action-packed episode in which we played Swish or Miss, one-on-one, YB Time Warp, and got a call from diehard Lakers fan Samuel L. Worthington IV, but you can call him Sky. It was a very fun episode, so be sure to check that one out if you have not already.
Vibes.
It was a vibes episode, that's for sure. Now, this is the basketball game show, so before we dive into our first game of the day, Justin, can we get an update on the scoreboard and our recap from our picks from last week, please?
Yes, you can. So, last week, Trey did not have a bet, but he's in a commanding lead with 5,700 points. Commanding lead. Okay, what is happening?
Word is on the street, Trey's going for 10,000, folks. Stay tuned.
He is. I am in second place with 3,555 points. I took Devin Booker's over against the Lakers. He had 33. The over-under was 30.5. Bob, you took Steph's over at 34.5 versus the Mavericks for 1,000 points, and you lost. You only had 20, and you're at 1,275 points, but not to fear. Michael's in last place.
I am.
Absolutely no points because DeMar DeRozan got hurt. You had his over at 25.5 against the Sixers, and he had 4.
Yes. Ooh. That was great for me. I loved that. And if you, watching or listening at home, want to keep track of all of those game picks that we do throughout the month, be sure you hit the link in the description of this episode to join our Chalkboard group chat. It is a fun and free way to support the show. Now, I think it's about time we get to a brand new game called Over Under. Golly, that one goes rough.
Woof.
Watch your head on the way down. All right, this one's pretty straightforward. I will list a statistic from around the league. You will then work as a team to determine whether the actual statistic is over or under the given prompt. If you get it right, you get 100 points. If you get it wrong, I get 100 points. That's the rules. Got it?
I'm sorry. Can I hear that one more time?
Justin, you going through something over there?
Yeah, it's
I got it
he's
now.
battling.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it now.
All right, we got to figure it out. Everybody on the same page here, ready to get started? Do we want this one?
Yes.
Or do we want this one?
We'll go with
Yes.
the first
What
one.
about this one?
Yeah, that's a little better.
We'll do this.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
All right. The Dallas Mavericks point total from players not named Luka Doncic in yesterday's loss to the Hornets. Over under 60.5.
Oh.
60.5. I know that the Mavericks have been losing.
They lost twice to the Hornets. It's not great.
It's all. Yeah, it's not great.
Go for it.
My first thing, I'm going to say under. But
Okay.
So I say that also just because my gut, it wasn't like a 127 to 135 point game. It was like allergies, sorry. It was like a 90 whatever to 80 whatever kind of game. So I don't know. The 60.5 is
I'm going
close,
over.
but okay. So we got 2 overs to my under.
No, you've got 2 unders to my over.
Oh.
Over or under, Trey? Two options.
Does he stand by his guns?
I got to go with my gut. We're going to go under.
Okay, under it is. I'm outvoted.
You're outvoted.
I think Justin. No, we're staying.
Staying?
All right.
We're going under?
Lock it in.
Oh.
It was
I
over.
knew I had a
Yeah,
feeling.
it was
Damn.
over. Yes, they scored 64 points in the loss to the Hornets. Quick note about the Hornets while we were talking about them. Yes, they are terrible. They are 25-51, but they have the number 1 rated defense in the NBA since the All-Star break. Bet you didn't know that, huh?
That's crazy.
It is wild. All right.
Doesn't Chicago have some absurd...
Chicago's doing pretty well on
Yeah.
defense as well.
Yeah.
The Dallas Mavericks are in panic mode after another loss to the 25-51 Charlotte Hornets yesterday. They have now lost 4 straight games and sit a full game behind the Thunder for the final play-in spot, despite being the 4 seed just 1 month ago. Since the Mavs acquired star guard Kyrie Irving, they are 8-11. Bob, has the Kyrie experiment proven to be a failure, and should the Mavs move on from him this summer?
I mean, I think this is as difficult as a decision as it gets if you're honestly Kyrie. Like, you've now come onto a team where you feel like you could have helped, or you were convinced that you could help. I think the writing on the wall was, hey, yeah, be an ISO scoring god with Luka. You guys can each drop 30. Enjoy your 60 points, and then maybe a combined, realistically, like 30 points from the rest of your team, but you're going to get outscored every night. Like, the defense to me just isn't there. And now losing 8-11?
Yes, they're 8-11 since they got Kyrie.
It just wasn't the right move, I don't think. And as of right now, I stand by that. But who knows what could happen in the West? You know, we make a prediction one week and the next it's completely different. So,
Justin, what do you think?
I don't think the Mavericks situation is all on Kyrie. I think the team was trending down either way. So for me, I'm not going to blame Kyrie. You could say move on from him. I think Luka has to bear a lot of the responsibility because you are the guy, you are the lead guy. So, he gave an interview like going through something outside of basketball. So maybe that has something to do with it. But I don't put it firmly on Kyrie Irving. Could you run it back? Maybe. But the problem lies, I think, with the rest of the team more so than their 2 stars. So, like, the team they both have around them, I don't think is good. Obviously, they lost Jalen Brunson, but they thought they could fix that by getting Christian Wood. So, I just don't think the Mavericks have put a good enough team together.
but do you think that they've kind of done that to themselves, though?
The Mavericks, yes, but I don't think, like, the Kyrie Irving trade to me was a good trade. What you gave up to get Kyrie Irving to me was a fair value for
Sure.
getting Kyrie Irving.
Yes.
But I just don't think you had the other pieces.
No.
And so, to me, the Dallas Mavericks would be pretty much in their same situation now, regardless of the Kyrie trade.
Okay, so would you call it? Do you think it's just too small of a sample size to call it a failure yet?
I think it has been a failure-ish, more so a failure than not. But I don't think that's on Kyrie Irving. I guess that would be my point. Like, I don't think that Kyrie Irving came in and just tanked the season, because I think the Mavericks were tanking their own season just fine without him.
Okay. Do you think they should move on from him in the summer?
No, because who are you going to get?
Well, nothing. He's a free agent.
No. What I'm saying is, like,
What to
who
replace?
else is going to be out there?
Sure.
With like a Jaylen Brown isn't an option yet. So like I'd have to see the free agent pool. I don't know off the top of my head. Appreciate you pulling that up. But like, I mean, you're signing Kyrie before you sign Russell Westbrook. You're signing, before Kevin Love. So
Lonnie Walker, Oladipo, Justin Holiday, Kendrick Nunn. Yeah, you're right. There's
There's
not
not much-
another.
yeah. So like, what are you gonna do? Do you run it back and hopefully you can find some great rotational pieces and just go back to the huge one man show? And hopefully Luke is just happy doing that. I think he's kind of frustrated with that too.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. That's my only qualm with it, is I just don't think the problem is Kyrie Irving. The problem has been the roster construction by the Dallas Mavericks.
So it's the Mavericks are the problem.
Yeah.
Agreed. Trey.
Interesting, Trey.
So I think the Kyrie Irving trade was a good trade. After looking at this free agent list, I don't really see who you do replace Kyrie Irving with. I do think they have failed the experiment so far. I had high expectations for them. I don't really know why. I didn't really think they were going to mesh together, but yeah, we've seen, 8-11, not playing well. I don't see Kyrie staying, but I think they should give it another go.
Yeah, I'm definitely anticipating another summer of Kyrie. So can't wait for that.
So Luka's still doing his thing. He had 40, 12, and 8 yesterday, MVP type numbers. Kyrie goes 5 of 15 with 18 points and 3 assists. It's one game. I'm not saying he's the issue. He's averaging 27 points since his time in Dallas. But my issue with this trade was never the on-court chemistry. But it looks like that might be a problem too. Since the All-Star break, they have the 22nd ranked defense. They are 25th in blocks and they are 28th in steals. One of our big question marks was, how are they going to be on defense? Clearly not very good. Another thing that we talked about when Kyrie got traded there was that he led the league in fourth quarter scoring. Here's something. Since the All-Star break, they are 22nd in clutch time scoring and 5-9 in such games. My biggest concern when this trade happened, though, it wasn't chemistry or on-court play like I mentioned. My exact quote was, I would keep Kyrie Irving as far away from Luka Doncic as physically possible. This week, Luka said that he doesn't have the same joy that he used to, and it's obvious. You can see it when you watch him play. He doesn't seem like the happy young prodigy that he was when he scored the 60-point triple-double earlier. You remember that? You remember that play? He catches the missed free throw, scores it, and he's literally jumping up and down like a kid.
Yeah.
That's gone. Now, I'm not saying that this is Kyrie's fault, but there just is a strong correlation with teams that Kyrie goes to that then suddenly have locker room problems. I'm not in the locker room with him. You know, people leave and he leaves and people say he's a good teammate and all that. But, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on, can't get shamed again. Whatever, right? We'll just say that.
Can't get fooled
Yeah,
again.
it's
that whole thing. And I just think that you have to, the writing's on the wall here, as you guys say. The writing's on the wall that time and time again, Kyrie goes to a team and then suddenly they lose. They're
superstars.
Their superstars are upset, or you know, he's stomping on logos, or you know, all. There's just so much with him that goes on off the court. Even when since the Mavericks, he hasn't had a scandal, but he's on Instagram Live talking about all of his beliefs, which I'm not going to get into that. But
It's just not worth it if you're the Mavericks. And
there's just so much that I feel like they needed a wing presence or a big man presence that wasn't Christian Wood, and instead they got I feel comfortable saying this, a worse Luka.
They probably wish they would have paid Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
With the way he's been
Yeah,
playing.
but I don't know if
Better.
Brunson becomes Brunson if he's not the guy on the team.
Yeah.
Which true there as well. It's hard to have two of those guys with Luka's play style because Luka's he's the dude. He's going to be the dude always. So
it's pound the ball, air out of the ball every single night and score 30 points.
Which you've said that, you know, when
They
you
have
have
two
two
of them,
stars, the big question is, are they going to be able to score? But we know that two superstars can score together, but when you have two big ISO players, it's difference.
My big thing is we don't know what's going on with Luka. And to me, I think
But
it's just as likely I'm dealing with something a la an Andrew Wiggins situation. That's something that's unrelated to basketball.
Maybe.
Okay,
But
that's
also,
so
Kyrie Irving's
that's
currently a
unrelated.
plus 26 in their game right now.
Yeah, but they also don't. He didn't
Wiggy
express
out
it
of
as if it's a off the court issue. I think there's a direct correlation with Luka losing like this, and suddenly he's and also they weren't losing like this.
It's all
they
on
weren't a
court.
great team. But they were the 4 seed a month ago. A month ago they had a home court advantage, and now they might not even make the playoffs. Not even the playoffs, the play-in. They're a game back of the Thunder. And 3 weeks ago when you were saying push for the Thunder, I was like, that's kind of silly. The Thunder don't stand a chance. And then the Mavs have lost
Four straight.
7 out of their last 10. I don't know what you do. I do think it's a failed experiment.
It's got to be Kyrie.
I'm not saying it's all
Not
on him. I
always.
don't think we
Yeah.
can put it all on him. But I do consider this a failed experiment. It
Yes.
didn't work. You tried it. You tried to make your young star happy by getting another all-star level player in there. But this, I think you got to let him walk. Yeah, no, you can't get anybody to replace him. But I think at this point, you'd rather have 3 or 4 role players because he's going to take $38+ million up on your cap space next year. Give me 3 players who can not fill what Kyrie does, but fill their role properly and let Luka go get his 60-point triple-doubles and be the happy guy he was.
How many NBA players want to go play with that?
With Luka?
There's a lot of get some younger
hold on,
guys.
Hold on, that want to go play and watch a guy dribble, and then you don't touch the ball and you don't show what you can do, so you get paid less, so everybody thinks you're a worse player than you really are.
The players that need a contract, the players that are good, but I just haven't found their right fit. I mean, I think that's
Efficient.
you of all people draw a lot of
DeJounte
comparisons
Murray.
between Luka and a guy like a LeBron, and I think that guys like that make the team around them better. I don't think that this is a good example to say who wants to go play with a guy like Luka Doncic. A lot of people probably want to go play with him.
I think last year might have been that flash in the pan, a la the Hawks, when the Hawks a couple years ago made their little run.
Are you saying this about Luka or the Mavs as a whole?
The Mavericks, and I think Luka's going to be a great player, right? Trae Young's
I see the
Still a great
comparison. No,
player.
I see the comparison you're making.
Yeah, I think when they won 50 games, we were like, oh my gosh, they could go on a thing, and I thought that for sure. But going into the season, I was like, yeah, 50 games, easy. But now I'm like, well, I don't know that Luka, like with the Mavericks and his play style, can win 50 games again, right? Unless you rebuild an entire roster, or he gets out of that and plays a different style of basketball.
Wow.
And we've seen great
He
players.
can definitely win
I'm
50.
very
redo
surprised by
their-
this. This
Yeah.
seems like a complete 180 from what you were talking about the Mavericks earlier in the season.
I know. They showed me different.
Different. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. You got new evidence presented to you. I get it. But I mean, I feel like you've made all these giant predictions about Luka and his career. I feel like if any young star in the league can figure it out and be the only guy on his team, kind of, it would be him, because Giannis doesn't need to, because he's got the team around him, and he's already got the success and
And
all
he's
that. But,
already 27, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I will say, Justin, like that is legit. Like, yes, the Mavericks have done Luka dirty. It's not necessarily all all Kyrie, but
It is
still,
identical to
it's
LeBron's
close.
first stint in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They keep trying to put not stars, but this is their first attempt to put a real star around him.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying it's the same as when Shaq went to Cleveland,
No, for sure.
but it's like, does Kyrie still have that anymore? Is he still is he in the right headspace anyway? There's so many questions surrounding him. I think that for that reason is why I said what I said when he got to
You
Dallas.
shouldn't have taken the
You
taken
gotta
the risk.
get. You cannot get a guy like that in the locker room with a young, excited superstar like Luka, who has all this potential. Forget current potential next 5 years, but we're talking all-time
Yep.
potential with Luka Doncic.
Yep.
And then suddenly you put Kyrie Irving, and he can't even crack a smile during a post-game presser. I mean,
That's sad.
I'm not putting it all on Kyrie. That's unfair to do to him. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what goes on, but I'm just saying 1 + 1 = 2 here. And time again, Kyrie goes to a team, and suddenly they have issues.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with that.
I feel like that's been once, but yeah.
It's been once.
Yeah, I just feel like that's just Boston.
been
'Cause I
with
think
Boston.
He asked for his way
Brooklyn.
out of Cleveland.
Woof.
Once they didn't win, once he knew they weren't going to win, he demanded a trade.
Yeah, but
he
the
goes
whole-
to Boston, he gets injured, and then causes a ruckus is the best term I can
Flat
come up
Earth
with.
Part 1.
And then-
but Brooklyn, I put on the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, something's up with that. Sure.
That's the weird outlier to me. That's because I don't put that on James Harden. I don't put that on Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie's a follower. So
I
yeah.
think you can go. I think I'd let you do 2, but I'm now factoring in this.
yeah,
This has got to be 4 things. Every new team he's gone to has been an issue. 3 teams. I mean, I don't even.
I know.
But he
Okay.
said
That's the
from
whole
the
thing.
yeah. Well, we won't get into it. But he said from the jump, from the trade, that he wasn't. He wished he. It almost sounded like he wished he could have went to the Lakers. Like he
Well,
made a comment about, oh, I wish
Yeah,
this could have
and then the
happened.
whole hot potato
Yeah,
last
yeah.
shot situation. Like the chemistry has never been there. I've never seen it. I don't
No,
think we ever
it
will.
Didn't even seem like he wanted to be there. Really, he just wanted to get out of Brooklyn.
From a viewer standpoint and a fan standpoint, I'd love to see Luka in the playoffs, but this team does not deserve it. The Thunder, the
No.
Lakers, the Pelicans, and the Wolves deserve it more than this Mavericks team. Why? Because they weren't the 4 seed at any point in
What
this
are you
season.
talking about the Pelicans?
the Pelicans.
I mean,
how do
Pelicans
they
were a first
deserve
seed,
it?
and they
Right.
fell all the way
But
down to 8.
I guess not any point. I mean, in the last however many 20 games where they've had to fight their way ever since the Zion injury obviously has handicapped them so much. But these teams are fighting their asses off to get into this play-in tournament.
I love this.
And the
play-in
Mavericks
four.
are 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost 2 back-to-back games to the Hornets.
There it is.
I don't want to see. For that reason, I don't want to see him in it. I don't think they deserve it, and I hope it wakes up Mark Cuban and he goes, you know what? Let's move on from Kyrie. So, all right, number 2. Number 2. Okay, let's just do this. The Grizzlies and Rockets combined for a total point. Sorry, the Grizzlies and Rockets combined point total for their game on Wednesday.
160.5.
160.5. Ooh.
My gut's telling over. What do you guys think?
The way he clarified the date makes me feel under.
I know that they did have a higher.
Did they play multiple games?
I don't know the way that you were like this game, so I was like, ooh.
I'm
In my
sorry.
head, they played
That was
multiple
the-
games.
Did
when
Did the
you do
Rockets
that.
beat the Grizzlies? One of those.
That was the
Uh,
I know the Rockets beat some
No.
good.
And you
a
said
team they
one.
shouldn't have.
It's 160. I gotta go over then, yeah, because I really feel like there was a game the Grizzlies just put up.
160.5.
The Grizzlies just put up 140 the other day. I just figured who that was against. So I'm going over.
Over.
I'm going over.
Over.
I'm going over.
In the spirit of I'm gonna say under because last time it was the opposite, and I hope it is over so we get the points. But just in the spirit of it, I'm gonna say under.
Trey, looks like you're the deciding vote.
We're going to stay with over.
Over.
Over?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dang it.
Justin's 2 for 2, and you guys are 0 for 2.
Okay, all right.
All right. Yeah, the under, it was 155. They combined for 155 on that day.
That's just no points.
Ja Morant made his return this week after what could be called a turbulent month of March. Despite big injuries to key players, though, the Grizzlies went 6-3 during Ja's absence to keep them afloat in the West. They now hold a 2-game lead over the Kings for the 2 seed and could be rolling into the postseason with momentum. Bob, what are your predictions for the Grizzlies come playoff time now that they have their superstar back?
I mean, I think it's really important for the Grizzlies to have him back. Obviously, they've been missing him. But have they? Because honestly, the team is built well enough around his absence that they know still how to play. Ja can miss 8 or, as predicted on this show, 50 games potentially at one point in time.
Well, we didn't know what the thing was. So yeah.
Exactly. But
I will own my saying that the Grizzlies were going to completely fall apart. I was wrong about that.
Oh, I definitely had them dropping too. Yep. I mean,
they did for a moment.
About it, but I mean, the Kings aren't sustainable, so of course the Grizzlies are in that respect. I mean, Clippers falling to the 3rd and then Memphis retaking the 2nd. Like, to me, it just means they have a lot of momentum going into it. So, yeah, I think Memphis is in it for at least. Let's see, they would lose. They'd win their first matchup.
Let's say that they get the at this rate. Let's say that they get the right now it would be the Wolves, who they played last year in the postseason.
Yep.
We think.
I don't know. Probably. I mean, the Wolves are gonna at least want to take one off. So, Grizz in 5.
Okay. I have the team looks great every time Ja Morant's out. Is he worth the headache then? If behavior continues, pull my other idea of trading Karl Anthony Towns. The trade package for Ja Morant would make the Memphis Grizzlies scary.
No,
Hot take.
I love where this is going.
Hot take.
They're
Let's
9
go, baby.
9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 6-game winning streak, and he has not been a part of most of it. And then last season they went 20-2 without him, something like that. So like, what do you need Ja Morant for? Like, what do you need him for?
Cat's 27, Ja is 23.
Yeah,
You don't want.
You
Karl.
cannot trade.
No,
You
don't
cannot
want that.
trade
you
Ja
can
Morant
easily.
right now.
You could trade anybody.
You
Just so
can.
you know,
You
you trade.
can.
We saw Kevin Durant get traded. You could trade anybody. Don't play this with me.
Yeah, but that's for a team that's like, okay, it's time to blow it up. Let's start from scratch.
Yeah, but that's the good thing about the Grizzlies. They don't have to blow it up. They can trade one person, and this team was
Yeah.
already great.
And get substantially better.
Substantially better. I'd have to really go into it. This is a brand new idea. You heard it here first.
He's a first-team All-NBA guy, and you're talking about trading him right now.
Yeah, and
I get it. Right. I get it. I get the idea that you're pitching. But none of this was happening when the actual scandals were taking place. Why is this happening now?
I thought he was going to get a harsher sentence. He also spent 2 days in a rehab facility. You know what I mean? What are we doing? 8 games, time served. Get out of here.
Oh yeah.
So
I need to serve my time in Florida.
yeah, for less than a
At the
week.
strip
But
club.
anyway, the Grizzlies look good. I do think the Timberwolves could give them a run for their money just because they do have the size in Minnesota, and they kind of. I really like Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is going to be better than Ja Morant long term.
I feel that.
Yeah, to me, he exhibits everything you want out of your lead guy anyway. So to me, I think it's probably a 7-game series with the Timberwolves. So that's what it comes down to.
I like it.
Because I just think they both are going to play hard and they're both going to really go after it. So the Grizzlies do look good. I mean, I don't think they lose that series, but I think they win in 7.
He makes a good point.
It's probably safe to say everybody in the postseason is going after it and playing hard, right?
So every series is.
Wouldn't you say that the Grizzlies would nearly want it more because they have become the most disliked team in the league, and they have a team that's worse than them, whereas the Grizzlies or the Wolves would just be happy to be there.
Some teams know they can't win.
Like the Wolves.
No, I think the Wolves think they're delusional enough to think they can win.
Okay.
What about the Kings?
I mean,
or the Clippers?
The Pelicans, I think they know they can't win. Toronto knows they can't win. Chicago knows they can't win. Atlanta knows they can't win.
So does Minnesota. They're not winning a title this year.
Brooklyn knows they can't win.
I don't think Miami knows that.
No, Miami thinks they can win, but they're delusional down
Yeah,
there.
Miami's not going to win a single game in the first round, according to you. Go
Nope.
ahead.
What was the questions again?
Hey, it looks like they're going to play Boston.
What do you think about the Grizzlies' playoff time now that their superstar's back?
Now that they're back, I think honestly, if they matched up against the Timberwolves first round, I see the Timberwolves stunning them in 7 games. And the only reason why I say that is because, dude, their bigs. They have Steven Adams out. This has to do with
no
depth,
Brandon
depth
Clark
as well.
Yeah.
Because they have Xavier Tillman as their big. They do have Jaren Jackson, but if Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns shows up, they're in trouble.
What does Rudy Gobert showing up look like?
Defending Jaren Jackson, just plugging the paint. Plugging up the paint. I see
What?
Minnesota.
Hey, real quick.
And if Anthony Edwards has that 30-plus game, dude,
Hey,
Memphis is in trouble. I can see them getting dropped first round.
He just was
He
like,
just-
hey,
he just
I'm
dropped off
in
your
your house,
Warriors, bro.
See you, Steph. I'll hit a 3. Don't even worry about it.
In the worst,
Oh
he
my
said,
goodness.
all right.
Hey,
He said,
Ja
round it
Morant,
up.
you want to dunk over Rudy Gobert? It's not going to be easy.
So hold on a second.
I can see the Timberwolves stunning the Grizzlies.
You know
In
what?
the span of 4 minutes, we've
Timberwolves
gone
in
from
4. This is
Bob
wild.
predicting that
This
the
is
Wolves
wild.
maybe take a game and it goes 5 to Grizzlies in 7 to the Wolves winning the series.
In 7.
Yes, in 7. And yes, they play well without Ja. They do have good chemistry. They play well together. But I could see the Timberwolves coming in and, like you said, yeah, they're not going to win a title, but I can see them being like, hey, we're going to prove a
I
point
love
here.
this snowball.
This is a good argument.
Yeah.
This is wild. I mean, okay, if that's what you think,
So
go
do you think
ahead.
the
I'm-
Oh, by the way,
Hey,
we
hey,
traded Ja, by the way.
So
over
if the-
here.
if
Real
the
quick, we in
Pelicans-
Minnesota now.
If the Pelicans beat Minnesota, if they were they wouldn't be the ones to play. They'd be playing Denver, right?
Well,
as it stands right now.
if the Pelicans were to somehow end up with Memphis and they're still without Zion, which it looks like it's going to be, I think that's 5 or 6 games.
Yep.
If it's the Wolves, I think that's 5 or 6 games. If it's the Lakers, I think that's 5 or 6 games. If it's the Thunder, I think that's 5 or 6 games. I'm stunned that you think the Wolves can not. Anything's possible, sure, like an injury or somebody just goes crazy cold, yeah, but like
Or hops on Instagram Live.
whoa. Okay. The Grizzlies have, in my opinion, the defensive player of the year in Jaren Jackson Jr. They have Ja back. They have Luke Kennard, who, if you didn't know, can win you a playoff series.
Facts. You're welcome, Memphis.
But in all seriousness, though, Kennard did just break the Grizzlies franchise record for threes in a game this week, and he leads the league in three-point percentage.
Yep.
That's pretty impressive. Desmond Bane's still doing his thing. What do we
Brooks?
say every time? Not we. I say this often. Championship teams and teams that make consistent runs need a crazy guy. Guess what? Love him or hate him,
Ja Morant.
Dylan Brooks is your crazy guy. Look, they should be able to take care of the Pelicans, Thunder, and Wolves. I'd be a little bit nervous, though, if it's the Warriors, Lakers, or Mavericks.
yeah. dun, 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 dun,
It's tough to predict what they're going to do in the postseason because we don't really know who they're going to play yet, like we've been talking about, but I'm torn. Their offense is just fine, and that makes me nervous. You have to be able to score in the half court and come playoff time, and they
the Grizzlies
are
do not.
capable of doing it. So
No.
Anyway.
we'll see.
Anthony Edwards, that's the guy you got to watch out for too.
I mean,
It's
I'm not trying to up Dylan Brooks right now, but I think he could at least pester Anthony Edwards enough to not let him beat the Grizzlies in a series.
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony
hey,
Edwards is a
Oh,
bucket.
no.
I think
Actually,
what-
on that, I don't know, man.
No, he couldn't.
What team usually wins a playoff series? The team with the best player. And I think Anthony Edwards now is better than Ja.
Stop
He
that.
is.
Stop.
Here we go.
What it is? Anthony
Here
Edwards.
we go. Oh, folks, here we go.
You are not telling me that. Look, I'm not discrediting Anthony Edwards at all. You cannot tell me that Anthony Edwards is better than Ja Morant right now.
Yeah, I can.
He scored more points than him this year. He scored more points than
Total or
Yeah,
average?
total points. He
Well,
scored.
total points. Ja's missed a lot of games.
Well.
Yeah.
And speaking of total games missed,
Oh.
total games missed by LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Ja Morant, and Gary Payton II this
was
season. Your over-under is 105.5.
I'm going over.
I think that's over. It seems like an
I
obvious
don't-
over, but
It
he
was
may
what?
sneak
What was
the
it
under.
again? I
in
was
that
talking.
one.
Sorry.
Total games missed by LeBron, KD, Ja, Gary Payton. 105.5.
Kevin Durant's missed over 30 games, I believe. LeBron's missed, I think, 26 games.
Gary Payton hasn't
Has
played
missed the
yet, has
entire
he?
season, right?
Yeah,
No.
Gary Payton
No,
has-
he's not missed the entire season. That was the whole thing. They were making him play in Portland. But he has not played since he's been traded. And I don't know how many games that is.
He
plus,
did just play.
he just came back the other day?
Debuted yesterday.
Heard. So, one game. My bad. And then
105.
Ja, before he missed the 8 games, or 9, something like that, did he miss other games?
105.
I think I'm going over. I
Yeah.
don't think it's by a lot, but I think it's by enough to be over.
What do you think, Bob?
I think we have to go under.
Oh, God.
We have to go under.
Hey, Trey.
We're going under.
We're going under,
Under?
I guess.
It's going to be over.
Yeah.
Why are we so bad at this? Damn it.
All I had to do was smile at you guys, and you were like,
No.
wait a second.
God damn it.
I'm still on team over, but it's
135. Over by 30 games
Yeah.
missed.
Nice.
All right.
The gut.
How many games has John missed this season?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry,
Fair enough.
I did all the math earlier.
No
I
big
forgot now. The West is as close as ever, and a few teams are getting players back just in the nick of time. LeBron James and Gary Payton made their returns yesterday. Ja Morant came back on Wednesday, and Kevin Durant is set to join the team this Sunday.
Sunday.
Which of these returns is the biggest for their team, Bob?
Gary Payton II.
Oh, I knew you would say that.
I know, but it really doesn't make a difference because now we figured out the rotation through and through, at least for our starting lineup. So if we can just flex out Gary Payton and DiVincenzo, hey, sacrifice a little 3-point for some defense.
Yep.
Yeah, I like
Over
that.
Kate.
But yeah, then
over
there's
KD?
Kevin. Whatever, they're not even going to win the finals or have a shot. So
I just
saw.
want to harken
cares?
back to our group chat when 6 minutes into the Timberwolves game, or no, into the Sixers game, he was like, "Everything's fixed, everything's fine,"
We're
and
back.
that was not
Loon
it was
dog.
kind of a loon dog
Loon
game.
God.
And then Carl Anthony
destroyed
Towns says,
by
"Hey,
Embiid.
I went on your court." So I don't
Okay, so
know.
that Wednesday was the Sixers game. Yes,
wait, hold on,
nice.
hold
and then
on,
you
hold on.
pulled up
Hold on
the
a second.
Minnesota game.
What did you just say about Joel Embiid against the Warriors?
What? That it was
No, I just didn't hear you. What did you say about Joel Embiid against the Warriors?
a close game.
Oh, but what? But did you say something? He said what? I'm on your court. What was it that you said?
Carl Anthony Towns.
Oh, Carl Anthony Towns.
Yes, sorry,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Must
No,
have
no.
misheard you.
No.
Because
Yeah.
I knew you weren't saying anything about Joel Embiid against the Warriors. Because
No.
before we pressed record right here, you were saying how bad of a game Joel Embiid had.
I didn't say it a bad game.
You said he lost.
He couldn't beat the Warriors, which Carl Anthony Towns could do. But I
Trey.
think Kevin Durant.
Save us from this.
Kevin Durant has to be the biggest returning storyline.
Okay, Trey.
I'm going to say Kevin Durant as well.
Yeah.
I mean, best scorer in the league. Definitely Kevin Durant.
Best scorer in the
Best,
league.
the best scorer in the. He hasn't played a lot this year, but you need a guy to get you a bucket at any point in time. I'm going Kevin Durant.
You need a
over
guy on
anybody
your
else.
team
Currently
to
in the
lose in the
league?
first round. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's weird to say, but so we have to give credit to LeBron. I mean, it's LeBron James, and he's coming back to a Lakers team that was on a roll. I mean, I think they kind of struggled finding the chemistry with Austin Reeves and him yesterday. I actually said that, and I stand by it. I'm nervous about the Lakers. I hope that Austin Reeves doesn't play his way out of a Lakers contract. I think he's almost too good for the Lakers to
he's
afford
trying.
him. But no, it has to be Kevin Durant. The Suns' grip on the 4 seed is loosening very slightly, one game at a time, and they went 3-6 without KD. The Suns are very scary to me, and he's Mr. Plug and Play himself. He could come back. Couldn't come back at a better time. They're a half game ahead of the Clippers right now for the 4 seed, and I mean, if you're Phoenix, how could you not want a home court advantage in the first round? So, alrighty, that does it. So we finished that game 100-0. Nice.
Whoa. Guys.
All right, that means
It's time for Bob's Buckets.
Thanks, Michael. Always a pleasure.
you're welcome.
Love that song. Anyway, so I just kind of want to give us an as of today update on some of the leaders around the league. Obviously, Jason Tatum still leads in points overall, and of course, JoJo currently still has points per game.
Oh.
But let's talk about the offensive boards. Tied at first is Clint Capella and the Iron Man, Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
Loon Dog,
There-
baby.
there he is.
So he has played. He will now play 2 straight seasons in a row, playing every single game, which doesn't happen often, and especially in today's game. So really appreciate it. And he also is one of the only other players currently that has already played a full season. So Kevon Looney,
Who's the other? Mikal?
love him. Mikal, yep.
You know that Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, and who's the other guy they traded for? Anyways, those three
Cam
have
Johnson.
Cam Johnson. Thank
Cam
you. Have
Johnson,
already
yeah.
played more minutes together than
did see that.
than Harden, Kyrie, and KD did.
That's crazy.
That's wild, huh?
Wicked.
else
Anyway,
you got?
so I thought that was interesting for the offensive board side of things. Good for Loon Dog. Anyway, 3-point field goals overall. There's been a change. Buddy Hield it no longer holds that. It's Klay Thompson. So Klay, as it looks like every single game, he's getting a little more less pep in his step. It looks like he's kind of aging game by game.
Oh.
Clay's still there, brother. You know
I
what
thought
I mean?
you were going to go the
3-point.
other opposite. I think it looks like he's coming back.
So just with age, it looks like, hey man, like maybe one less thing, like, oh, he's not as great of a defender anymore. Oh, he's not as great as a dribbler anymore or penetration man. But it's still good to see him. But it's still good to see his 3-point game still on point, and now he leads the league currently.
Yeah, I mean, it's Klay Thompson.
Right. Right, Klay Thompson,
Snubbed
yeah.
off the top 75.
Yeah,
We know.
yeah, we know this. We've already.
Trey, do you
discussed
think
this.
Klay was snubbed off the top 75?
I think he was.
Okay, thank you. That's all we need.
That's
All righty.
All right.
And that's going to bring us to our second game of the day, which is Team 20 Questions. Yeah, it's Team 20 Questions. Here's how this one goes. We will start with 90 seconds on the clock. You will work as a team, asking myself as many yes or no questions as you like. You must agree on one guess. You may only ask 2 team or location-based questions per round. If you're able to guess the player in the allotted 90 seconds correctly, you all receive 100 points. If you do not, I receive the 100 points. 4 players today, so a total of 400 points today. How does that sound, team?
Sounds awesome.
Sounds good to me if it sounds good to you. Are you ready to get started?
Heck yeah,
Let's
brother.
do it.
Who was that, Cal
Tell you
Featherbottom?
It's truck month.
All right, 90 seconds on
what?
truck month.
All right.
90 seconds on the clock. Get after it.
So we're allowed those 2
Geographical or
geographical
team questions.
I feel like we got to go, obviously, conference first.
East or
So
West?
it's just a Eastern Conference player.
Yes.
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 And then I would say we could potentially go to, like, is this a
Double down, go
back
for
court
a
player or a front court player?
positional is not geographical. Yes.
How many questions do we get?
20.
Well, you get as
Yeah.
many as in the
Oh,
90
okay,
seconds,
gotcha.
but you're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about it too
So
much.
let's go with, is this a guard?
Yes.
Okay, it's an Eastern Conference guard.
Are they 30 years old or younger?
Younger. That's not a yes or no, but yes, younger.
They play in the
Thank you.
state of Florida.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that our last geographical question?
That was our last one, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Got it.
Is this
Okay.
player?
That was 2 out of 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're all Magic
because-
or
yeah,
Heat
sorry.
players.
This player so I can't.
Is this
Is this player an all-star?
No.
You know who this could be?
is this player a rookie?
No.
Is this player Caucasian?
Yes.
Is this player Tyler Hero?
Wow, he's fired up
Yeah,
40 guys.
Let's go, baby.
Good thing he was right, because he just snatched that
He
from
did.
you.
Oh my God.
He's white chocolate, you know.
Oh, boy.
I went to like Mo Wagner. No, man. Tyler, I love it.
Wow, he
That
just
was awesome.
fired. Oh, I wish I would have chosen Duncan Robinson, because that would have been.
Oh, Duncan Robinson would have been good too.
Real quick, while we're on his basketball reference page, you guys want to know his basketball reference nicknames?
White chocolate.
Boy Wonder, Bucket, and Baby Goat.
Boy Wonder is
Whoa.
good.
L. All right. Round 2, 90 seconds. Begin.
Is this a Western Conference player?
No.
Back to East.
Is this a front court player?
No.
So it's
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
he's a 3-2,
Does this
2-3.
player
It's like a
play?
Jalen Brown thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Is this player an all-star?
No.
Is this player a rookie?
Is this player in the Central Division?
No.
So this is going to be
And that's your last.
Damn it.
yes.
That's your last
I
one.
assume it's and so I'm assuming it's going to be like an Atlantic.
I
Division
thought
player?
Toronto. I
So-
thought,
You said he said it wasn't a front
is
court.
this a second-year player?
No.
Okay, so we're 30 years and on.
I
Is
want to
this-
say it's I want to say
Has this
it's
player been
somebody-
traded before?
Yes.
Ooh.
I have a feeling I know who it is. But
You know what? You were right. Go ahead.
want me
Ask
to
more
fire it
questions
off?
first.
Okay.
Ask more questions first.
Okay. Is this player currently averaging over 20 points?
I'd like to find that out.
Okay.
No.
No.
Is this player a lefty?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, is this
Has
a
this player
white player?
Has this player won Sixth Man of the Year?
No.
No. Oh no.
Let me check one.
Don't check nothing.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just seeing if this player
Has
is.
this player?
I need a guess.
I know who it is.
Do it.
All right.
Say it.
Just because of his hand, I'm gonna guess. Is this player Malcolm Brogdon?
That was my six-man guess.
No.
I counted him off
okay.
the six-man.
Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges. 100 points to me.
Do it.
That was a good one, though. You guys, see,
I was
you gotta
Malcolm
ask questions about
brother,
the player.
I was
Don't
Malcolm
forget.
Brogdon.
Bro, dude,
I
that's
was. I already thought of. Yeah,
yeah.
I was on
I
it.
thought he was left-handed for some reason, so that's what I was looking up.
I think.
He's right.
Wait, I got
Is
it.
he right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a question for this round. I got it now.
Nice. Okay,
Okay,
here we
I
go.
can't wait to
Yeah.
hear it.
We're
90
waiting for it.
seconds.
Yep.
Begin.
Is this an Eastern Conference player?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Is
Is this a
this-
front court player?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is it a rookie?
No.
Is this player over 7 feet or taller?
No.
So it's a probably a. Ooh, I guess it could be a
Small
4.
forward.
It's a
Yeah.
It's a Western or Eastern?
Eastern.
Eastern Conference player. So we have one more location question,
Geographical.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, or
Is this
team
player?
guess.
Does this player play in the Atlantic Division?
I'd like to double check that actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Oh, hang on.
is this player an All-Star while you're looking that up?
No.
Okay. Is this player
What was the question? No, they're not. that.
Atlantic.
not in the Atlantic
No,
Division?
not in the
So,
Atlantic.
So
okay.
it's a big from the.
Central or the Southeastern Division. Is this player currently a starter?
He has started.
Oh, it's a he.
Good.
He has started.
Write that
He's
down.
spot starts some here and there. Yes.
Under 7 feet.
Yes.
Spot starts. Let's go with. Is this player?
Let's keep going.
Under
He started
30?
with half of. He started half of his
Okay.
team's games.
Is this player under 30?
Yes.
Under 30.
Is this
Under
player
30. Oh, I
a
think
second-year man?
No.
Does this player have dreadlocks?
No. We'll go ahead and add 5 seconds to your time because of my.
I appreciate that. I think I gotta. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I had a
don't know.
player in mind, but that just took it out.
Okay. Is this player?
2, 3,
I don't know anybody. got
Jonathan
it.
Isaac.
4. Okay,
I'm gonna
that
say-
was your guess, but
Yep.
Oh no, I was gonna
it's
say
not
I was gonna say Isaiah Stewart, but
No, both of those are wrong.
Oh.
Nope.
It was your boy,
Kristaps
Dwayne
Porzingis.
Dedman.
Denny Avdia.
Ah.
Another 100 points to me. That one was tough. That one's tough. But a big question you could have asked that would have helped you narrow it down that you didn't ask.
International.
Got one more player?
Yeah, you got it.
I was gonna start being like, does this player's name start with the letter A?
Yeah, what was your big question?
I was gonna just go through letters. Does this player's name start with A? Start with B?
I don't think I would have given that. I don't think I would have answered those.
It's not fair. He said location.
Okay, sure. You know what? Go ahead. You want to spend 26 questions?
All right,
in
here we
90
go.
seconds? All right,
Is it a
90
Z?
seconds. So
We'll do it.
200 points for me, 100 points for you guys. Last one. Begin.
Is this a Western Conference player?
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah. Is this player a backcourt player?
Yes.
Okay. It's a Western Conference. I'm gonna assume a guard.
Is this player an all-star?
No.
Is this player a rookie?
No.
Second-year man.
Oh.
Actually, hang on a second.
Okay.
Oh. Yes, he's a rookie.
He's
Oh,
a
a
rookie?
Rookie
Rookie?
Western Conference
And he's a
front
guard.
court.
Does this
Or
player play in Texas?
Mm-mm.
Damn
Okay.
it, geographical. No more.
No more. Yeah. But that rules out 3 different teams. So.
Is he 6'4" or higher?
Yes.
Or taller?
taller than 6 foot, and he's a
I
guard?
have a
Is,
guess, but I'm gonna.
Is it a
let's ask
Kings
couple more
player?
players.
No,
oh, sorry, I'm not
you
asking
can't
you.
say that.
Sorry, I know. I wasn't
Let's
asking you.
ask.
I wasn't saying
I was
no to your
talking to
question. I was
you.
saying no.
Is
you
this
can't answer
player
that.
known for
No.
dunking?
Maybe. I mean,
He doesn't
yeah,
wanna
is
give
this,
us
is this
that.
player
He dunks.
this player currently starting? Well, like I guess is he a starter?
Let's see.
let me just hang on 1 second.
I don't think he is.
has. Yeah, he's not known for starting. He's started a few.
Okay. I have a.
Do it.
Oh.
What's up? Talk to me.
He started.
Talk to me,
8.
Goose. Okay.
I don't want to say
It
it
just-
and then it's ruin it.
No, don't say. No, you don't have
This
to
is
ask
it.
him. You can ask me. You can talk to me. Don't talk to him. Yeah, who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Shaden Sharp.
Okay. You know what? I don't hate it. Because I don't think he's really
He doesn't
starting that
start
much.
much.
Yeah,
Rookie.
do it.
I need
He's
an answer.
6'5",
Shane
so I
Sharp.
know that he's over 6'4".
Okay.
Give me an answer.
Shade Sharp.
Shaden Sharp.
Let's
Good job, Trey.
Wow.
Well done. 100 points. We finished that 200 to 200. Yeah, you got it, Shaden Sharp. When you said, was he known for dunking? And I was like, well, of course he is, but that's
why
like
would
a
he-
weird answer. I don't know. Is he known? I mean, everybody's known for stuff. All right. Good job. 20 questions is what
Everyone's
we
known
played.
for stuff.
Is this
All
player
right.
known for putting on a basketball uniform?
He does do that. All right. That means it's time for Trey's Fact of the Day.
Alrighty, guys, here to hit you with the facts.
Hey.
James Harden has assisted Joel Embiid 222 times this season. That's the most times he's assisted any teammate in a single season.
Wow.
And it is also the most times a player has assisted any teammate this season. So there's a list right here of who's like the list of the top 5 players to assist other players. So they said at 222. The next up is Jokic to Aaron Gordon, who has 147.
Wow.
Darius Garland to Evan Mobley's
Gosh.
142. Jamal Murray to Jokic, 142. And then Halliburton to Buddy Hield. Now, I do want to note that Harden right now is out, but he leads the league in assists. And, Embiid leads the league in points. Harden had a 21 assist game, and they actually brought the 76ers back from a 20-point deficit against the Clippers earlier in the year. Their chemistry has been crazy. I still stand on the 76ers winning the title.
It
this
doesn't
year.
look so crazy anymore.
So yeah, and these are also another fun fact about this is Joel Embiid, or James Harden also has so like Clint Capella in 2018 2019 he had 220 assists. He did that, and
So it's
pulling this-
already more, and they still have a handful of games left.
so yeah, Joel Embiid did 222 in 53 games,
Damn.
and he had 220 in 78 games with Capella.
Yep.
Sorry, tongue
Oh, you're
tied
good.
there.
So, okay, let's take out Kevin Durant from this. Is Joel Embiid the best teammate that James Harden's ever had outside of
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant? Because here are some candidates:
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I
All
think
guards though.
it's wow. Yeah, good point.
It's early. He's obviously significantly younger than those guys. Is it Embiid?
I think so.
I mean, not
So-
all time, but when they played
Yeah.
together, right?
It has to be.
You got a guy who's a fringe MVP player.
I guess
Not fringe.
I
He's
guess
gonna probably win MVP.
I guess I would say probably TBD, only on the playoff situation, because Chris Paul and,
Sure.
and James Harden were about to go potentially win a title before Chris Paul gets hurt, right? So we'll see
Yeah.
what they do together. But that's the only one I think that you're really.
I don't know if they would
competing
have won a
against.
title, but they would have at least beat the Warriors.
Yeah, so I think that's what I mean, the competition there. So we'll see what they
The
do. this
biggest
year.
one is Chris Paul, meaning
Yeah.
outside of Kevin Durant, obviously. I mean,
Yes.
long term Kevin Durant.
Outside of Kevin Durant, I think Capella was honestly.
Yo,
They had-
wait.
No.
Wait.
No,
Hey,
they played
hang
the
on.
best together. Like they had.
But you're not saying
they
that
had-
he's better than Joel Embiid.
No.
Be careful.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's-
okay,
you,
yeah,
were-
that's
you
the
were making a
question.
different argument.
That no,
That's the
because
question.
right now they surpassed
Oh,
what
crap.
James Harden and Capella ever did.
You forgot about Nene.
Patrick Beverly's on
Dude,
the list.
I was gonna bring up
guys.
Nene. I was gonna bring up Nene.
Nene.
We haven't talked about Nene
Oh,
ever,
Jason
dude.
Terry,
He was
come
low-key-
on.
low-key a beast.
No, honestly,
Nah,
he was.
it's yeah. I mean, it's between.
Second best Brazilian-born
I
player.
think I think the difference is that you have to look
Who's
that
number one?
Harden is
Leandro
playing with
Barbosa.
Embiid in his peak,
Raja Bell.
Yeah.
where
He's like, no.
whereas Chris Paul, he played really well in those Rockets series, but he was over the hill, and not over the hill, but
Yeah,
he
he's over
wasn't
the
in his
hill. It
prime
was-
still.
yeah.
And Russell Westbrook hadn't reached his prime yet, even given the 2012 what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rockets Westbrook,
Oh, no,
not
no.
Thunder Westbrook.
Oh no,
Sorry,
I don't count.
That's I don't know. That's why I got. Confused.
I don't even. I guess you could count that. I don't know. I don't count.
Do you
that.
see
But
how
even then,
far
hold
down
on.
Chris Paul is? though,
Even
on
then, the
list?
games that James Harden played with Kevin Durant weren't Kevin Durant's best games.
I think those are games played.
I know,
is what the- yeah.
but still,
Yeah,
the
for sure.
quality
But I mean,
is-
Kevin Durant was an MVP candidate
Is Joel
earlier in
Embiid
the
now
year.
better than Thunder Kevin Durant?
No,
Okay.
no. He won an MVP there. All right, good fact there, Trey. And that brings us to our final game of the day, which is, grab your magnifying glass, it's YB Trivia.
If I could dribble.
That's right, it's YB Trivia. This is about as straightforward as they come. I will ask Bob, Justin, and Trey an NBA trivia question and give you all 4 multiple choice options. You will work alone and each have 2 questions. Because you only have 2 questions, no lifelines this time. Also, the last time you played this, you didn't use any of them. So you've been...
Hold on. We each get
we
2
don't need
questions?
You each get 2 questions. 6 total.
We're working as a team?
No.
Oh.
Individually. So think of a number between 1 and 100 trillion.
Ooh. I'm going to go with 90 billion.
That's a good one.
I'm going to go with 500 million.
Oh,
What?
Wow. Oh, wow.
His top 2 numbers.
Give me
Give me a number.
all a
please.
succession. Give me 10 billion.
10 billion. It was 91.
Let's go.
Oh,
All right, Trey, you will go first. Bob will go second.
Okay.
Justin is third.
All right.
All right, question 1. Actually, go with this one.
5,
Nope.
there it is.
Hi.
Trey,
Yes.
who is the only player to win 6th Man of the Year and Most Improved Player in the same season? Your options are A, Darrell Williams, B, Jason Terry, C, Steven Swanson, or D, Lou Williams?
We're going to go with D. Lou Williams.
That is a quick answer. Are you sure about that?
Don't look at us.
I'm
Yes,
not.
I'm sure.
I'm not
I'm sure he's
okay.
trying to trip me up.
Okay.
All right.
Was it
Damn,
No.
was it Jet?
It
was not Jet.
No, it was the
And it was not Steven Swanson.
Oh,
He's not
It
real.
wasn't because I made him up.
The second you did, I was like,
It was option A, Darrell Williams. No
Wow.
points for Trey. Yeah, Darrell Williams won both awards unanimously in the 98-99 season. How about that bad boy?
wow, Daryl.
Have you guys been listening to the so the Ringer is doing a little bit where they're essentially just breaking down the award, like end of season awards.
Yeah.
And like most improved, what 6th man means. I don't know. It's just interesting. I like to hear that. But
I like that too.
it's all informational. Anyway,
All right, Bob, you're up. Question 2. Which of the following Spurs guards is the only guard in NBA history to record a quadruple double?
Wow.
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Alvin Robertson, or George Gervin? George Gorvin.
George Gorvin.
oh, that's a tough one, Michael. I have 2 questions, right?
No questions.
Then I'm gonna have to
Oh,
go.
sorry,
with-
you have 2 rounds for you, if that's what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
get no
said,
lifelines.
in my head, you said 2 questions. I was like, I get 2 questions.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
what I was
exactly.
thinking.
I can ask you 2
I was
questions.
hella into that.
I even specified.
No, but yes. It's the Iceman, George Gervin.
George Gorvin.
George
We
Gorvin.
both did it. Final
George
answer?
It's Georgie. Final.
Got it.
No, it's Alvin
Mono.
Robertson. He recorded a
course.
2011 10 and 10 steal game on February 18th, 1986.
Good year.
It was a good year.
86.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
What a time. All right, Justin, it's yours.
Oh, great.
Who holds the record for most three-pointers made in an NBA debut?
Ooh.
James Harden, Damian Lillard, Kemba Walker, or PJ Washington?
Wow. What are my 2 lifelines?
None. We just went over this. You don't get any life.
Oh, because we didn't use them.
You
last
didn't
time.
use any last time, and you each only get 2 questions.
All right. I feel like it should be the Peach, but also I'm gonna go with Damian Lillard.
Attaboy.
D. Lil, final answer?
Yep.
It was PJ Washington.
It was PJ.
I told you. I said that.
It was PJ Washington.
These questions are awesome.
Yeah, PJ hit 7 threes in his rookie debut in 2019, a record still held today.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for
I would've
everybody.
Oh, you said set the record.
About the
I
only
thought you
thing
were like
he's done.
still has the record. That's where my head went.
Yeah, he does still have the record.
No, I know. In the question, you said set the record. I believe.
For sure. All right, on to number 4 for Trey. Hey, Trey.
Hey, Michael.
Who was the first Toronto Raptor to score 50 points in an NBA game? Chris Bosh, Vince Carter, Kawhi Leonard, or Terrence Ross?
That's crazy. I know Terrence Ross, like, out of the blue sometimes just drops, like, 30 plus.
Yeah, T Rizzle's the
I don't know
man.
if he's ever dropped 50.
He
though.
ha- he has.
He has. Okay.
Yeah. all these players score 50.
Alrighty, so it's T. Ross,
So who was the first?
Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the other two?
Bosh,
Bosh
Carter,
and Carter.
Kawhi, Terrence.
Kawhi.
I don't see Vince popping off for 50. He has, obviously, but let's go. I'm going to go with. It seems like Kawhi did it the year they won the championship. Let's go with Kawhi.
Kawhi, final answer?
Final answer.
No. What'd you say, Chris Bosh?
Yeah.
It was Terrence Ross.
Yes, T Rizzle.
It was Terrence Ross?
Nope.
It was Vince Carter. Vince Carter scored 50
We're
points
so
in
bad.
the 2001 Eastern Conference semis. He hit a then record 9 3-pointers. That was the record in 2001.
Wow.
Cute.
0 points so far. I love this game. All right, on to number. It's not like I'm getting them.
points.
This
Yeah,
is
like-
fun. All right, number five for Bobbert. Who once played for both the Indiana Pacers and San Antonio Spurs in the same game? A. Charlie Booth, George Hill, Kawhi Leonard, or Bob Netolicky?
Okay, what was A again?
Charlie Booth,
And then what was D?
Bob Netolicky.
Yeah, I had to dig into my Pacers knowledge for this one, but it's going to be D, Bob Nicoli.
You made that up.
Bob Netolicky.
Nicolicky.
Final answer?
Final answer A.
Is it Charlie Booth or is it Bob? Bob Netolicky.
It's Bob Nicolicky.
Final answer?
Yes, I'm sticking with it. Please, God.
Yep.
I did it for you guys. I did it for us.
Yes. Okay, so here's how this happened. On November 14th, 1973, Bob Netolicky was playing for the San Antonio Spurs when they lost at home to the Indiana Pacers on a last-second shot. The Spurs protested the loss, and the ABA commissioner ruled for San Antonio. The Pacers' last-second basket was disallowed, and the remaining 30 seconds of the game, which was the portion that San Antonio had protested, was ordered replayed immediately before the next Pacers at Spurs game on December 2nd, 1973. By that time, however, Netolicky had been traded to the Pacers. So he played the final 30 seconds of regulation for the Pacers, plus the subsequent overtime. So he played for 2 teams in 1 game. It's the only time it's ever happened.
That's awesome.
Did he have
he's a real
points
one.
for both teams? That'd be crazy.
I don't know if he scored, but he definitely played for both of them. So there's your fact. All right, Justin. Last one. Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's
We know what it is.
It's always.
We know what it
mascot
is.
is.
Go ahead.
How many points? I'm just kidding. What is the name of the Minnesota Timberwolves mascot?
Every time.
Your options are A.
Yeah.
Slam the Wolf. B. Wally the Wolf. C. Gary the Wolf. Or D, Crunch the Wolf.
D, Crunch the Wolf.
Final answer?
Yeah.
He's like, let's go.
Yep.
And it's sweet.
We're the best.
Sweet.
We're the best basketball podcast.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tell a friend to tell a
So
friend.
I have notes on all these, and my note for this one is just Crunch. Why is it called Crunch?
Wolves, they crunch.
Huh?
Wolves, they crunch. You know, arr.
That is a reach, brother.
I guarantee you that was a thought process in Minnesota.
Oh my goodness! What a
That's a reach.
What a. All right. So hey, Justin, what do we finish the points for today?
For today, we are at 500. Michael.
Thank you.
Yeah, big 500 points.
got
And the rest of
zero.
us, no, sorry, Bob and me have 300 points, and Trey has 2 on the day.
Wow.
On the day.
I don't
hey,
need
Michael.
any of them.
Yeah, you got 200
Yeah, you
points.
really don't.
I don't need any of
Oh,
those.
need any of them? Okay, well
you
then.
need some of them?
Well, let's find out what we're gonna do with those
wait
points.
a minute. Can he hand out points? Is that?
And he can hand out points if you want, but
200 points.
No, don't do
one
that.
To Bob, one to Justin.
Yes.
I'm
Agreed.
taking them.
Oh,
I
that's the wrong
am
one.
taking them.
that's the wrong one. Oh my goodness.
Sharing's caring.
Well, sharing is caring. You are right about that. But now that we have all these points, we're going to gamble them away in props to you.
An amazing
Amazing
props
episode
to
of
you.
Props to You.
All right.
Yeah,
Wizard
nice.
In my head,
Okay, all right. Anyway, as you see, I get bullied on this show.
Oh,
We've got props to you today.
Boo,
Trey,
boo this man.
You have the largest lead I've ever seen on the show, I believe.
you say he has a big head?
That's the largest lead.
That's crazy.
Anyway, you have taken Jimmy Butler's over 25.5 points versus the Knicks. You have 5,700 points. How many are you betting today? Are you going for the elusive 10,000 points?
How many points does Michael have?
0.
500.
Oh,
Yes, 500.
I don't want to talk about it.
He's 500 points, yeah. He's in last place, so you know. Like, you're not competing with him.
We're going to put 4,500 on it. Wait, hold on.
Wait. If you, I'm telling you right now, if you're the first player ever to get to 10,000 points at the end of this month, meaning if you hit your bet and get to 10,000, you end the month with 10,000, I will give you a 1,000 point bonus going into the month of April.
Yeah,
So what will I need?
4,500 we get him. Then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just wanted to,
All right, 40
declare that on the show.
But also, all right.
If I lose,
You're
lose
at
that.
1,200 points if you lose.
Love it.
I mean, live your life.
I mean, he still wouldn't lose to me no matter how many I put on, so.
That's fair, yeah.
4,500.
4,500 big ones. I am in second place. 3,955 points. I'm taking Devin Booker's under at 31.5 versus the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I am going to bet 2,000.
Okay.
Hey, Bob. 1,675 points in third place.
Put it all.
I mean, you can live your life. You have
Do it.
Pat Beverly's over
Yes.
at 7.5
Spicy boy.
versus the Lakers.
Put them all. Do it. Go ahead.
I tell you
that's
what.
Such a wild idea.
I'll give you.
No,
I'll,
don't put them
No.
all. You're not going to risk losing.
Are,
I'll give you 4 to
How
1.
about we all,
I'll,
how about
give
we
you,
all just go all in?
I'll give you. I'll give you 4 to 1 odds. Pat Beverly over 25.5.
Okay.
great offer. I can't do that. However, I will do 400.
Okay, 400 big ones. Michael, 500 points. You're just gonna hold and pick it now?
Yeah, this is a unique position we've never been in before. No matter what I do, I will not win.
You
no
didn't even
matter,
make a pick, to be honest with you.
I did. LeBron James over
Yes, you did.
27.5 is
Yep,
what I
I
picked.
didn't even-
I'm putting all
sorry.
500. Whether he gets it or not doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Won't put me in
matter.
first or
Let's see
second
what-
or nothing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab from the Stein of Pain now.
Stein of pain.
There's still a couple really scary ones in here, so let's see what I've got. Oh boy, I'm nervous.
I'm excited. This is unexpected.
Shit.
What is it?
What is it?
Ground zero.
Oh, no.
The bomb ground zero.
Oh,
Next
boy.
week, I will be
Oh,
doing
boy.
the bomb ground zero. Holy
What a great
crap.
episode.
Justin, you ready to run an
I'm
episode again?
You might have to.
Switch seats.
Oh my goodness, that is going to be a
We'll do it in the
rude
same
boy.
seat over there. We'll sit
Oh
in
my
one
gosh.
boy.
You know, but let me tell you something. It's best that it's me. I don't want to see any of my people go through that. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for listening. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @Ye_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And just a reminder, we are recording live from the A Studio.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Which means we do not edit. We press record and we post what we got. Bob, what you got for the people?
Well, I thought I'd take this moment to recognize a passing of a legend in our circles, Willis Reed. He has passed away at the age of 80. This man is a Hall of Famer, 7-time All-Star. He won Finals MVP and All-Star MVP all in the same year. He's a part of the NBA 75th team. Number 19 for the Knicks. We'll remember you. Shout out Willis Reed.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, Willis Reed.
Rest in
Justin.
peace. Speaking of deaths, the Wizards have lost all hope at a playoff term, so their playoff hopes are dead. It's been a fun run this season, but don't worry, we're gonna
Has it?
run it back next year, everybody.
Do the exact same
Back
thing
into the
again.
ground.
Trey.
So, guys, this is the NBA show or NBA basketball show.
What is
game
today?
show? Yay basketball.
Uh-huh.
But
Fantasy NBA podcast.
tell a friend and tell a friend. But I was gonna talk about the Final Four coming up. Who you guys got? We got Florida Atlantic, San Diego State,
SDSU, baby.
Miami, UConn.
Aztecs.
I'm going with UConn.
I'm going FAU. When I don't pick UConn doesn't win. I did not pick them this year, so no, they're not going to win. I know UConn basketball,
Justin,
period.
you got a pick?
Miami.
Miami.
Hey,
The
there you
U.
go. All right, so
Just-
we're everybody separate then?
FAU.
And a quick fun fact. This is the first Final Four. Oh, yeah. This is the first Final Four without a single former McDonald's All-American since the NCAA tournament began.
I
So
propose.
Nice.
right now, the highest rated prospects are 4 from Connecticut, which is 37, 47, 48, and 50. And then we got
Nice.
1 from Miami, who's the 50th top player. So
Wow, a bar. What do you propose?
I propose whose team wins the tournament.
Extra 100 points.
Extra 10,000 points.
10,000.
We'll do 100. How about
All
that?
right. Well,
Love
that's- I 500.
100.
Oh, come on.
There's.
Just because you
I have to
finished
do
the
the-
month with 500 points doesn't mean.
I have to do ground zero next week.
Welcome to Yay Basketball, where the games are made up and the points don't matter.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Today, if you don't know, is National Scribble Day.
it's also
Oh, there
National
it is.
Whiskey Day
What?
we know a little something
for all
about
the
that.
guys that can drink.
National Whiskey Day.
Scribbling.
That's a scribble
That's a
sound
scribble.
effect.
Get with the program.
Yo, I thought there was going to be like another phone call.
Oh, man. Next week, we'll be celebrating a birthday, and it's your boys. And then we'll be singing karaoke. We love you. Don't forget, Yay Basketball.